Okay, now I'm going to show you why the network marketing structure is the absolute fairest structure available. And as you can see, we've got a diagram here. Essentially what this is going to demonstrate is that in most network marketing companies, a rep can earn a certain amount of levels deep in the organization. And so let's say, for instance, this is you up here, the top guy, okay? And you're earning on the productivity of 1, 2, 3, 4 levels deep. So you're earning 4 levels deep. You cannot earn below this line, okay? Now there are some part of companies' compensation plans that allow you to earn infinitely deep in an organization on certain levels, but the majority of the compensation is limited to a certain amount of levels for you. So I'm going to use 4 levels to show why this is a more fair structure. In this example, there are people, like I said, on your second, third, fourth, and so on, and there's also people down here that are beyond your reach. I, for instance, could have an organization, this would be me here, inside of your organization, and I have the same amount to gain as you do. So we both, this is true leverage. This is the whole, this is sort of the whole point in a nutshell, is that in this situation, you have the same amount to gain as I do. So I'll work just as hard as you will, and you want me to because I'm in your organization. I'm right here, and you only get paid on these 2 guys below me, but everybody below that, you know, you could possibly earn commissions on too, depending on how the company's compensation structure works. So in essence, you know, you can make money if you're under someone in the organization. In fact, you can make more money than the people above you in many cases, and that would never, ever happen in a delegation situation such as a corporate pyramid. You know, if I work really hard, let's say, for instance, you know, you only work hard enough to get down to this level, right? So let's say you never really got to earn any of this because you just never did the work or whatever. My people are still here, of course, right? That means that I would earn on 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. You'd only earn on the 3 up here, right? Because that's all you wanted to work. Well, I put in more time than you. I put in more effort than you. You know, I went out driving around. You know, just really worked really hard. So I deserve more profits because I brought more profits into the business or the organization. Therefore, you know, I consider this to be a fair structure. You know, if this guy ever decides he wants to turn on and, you know, get to work, then he can grab this bottom tier. He can have as much as equal as an amount as me anytime he wants. All he has to do is just turn it on. And what's kind of cool is this could be part of someone else's organization. And of course, you know, this guy would earn off of some of the people in my organization and so on. And I don't want to confuse anybody here because it can get a little confusing. But just for the sake of explanation, just know that everybody has the same amount to gain, and that's the good part about it. It's the greatest part about it. So it's true leverage. Nobody wants to quit. Oops. Some of the companies that are in network marketing, and this is not an extensive list, but it is a pretty good list, and I'm sure that you can identify with some of the companies in this list, like Microsoft, AT&T, Gillette, IBM's a big one, Texas Instruments, GM, of course, GE is huge, AOL. All these companies use network marketing to reach hard-to-reach niches in their marketing space. So they'll employ the method I just showed you to get the word out about their products, because the fact of the matter is that when a product is created at a factory, you're going to need somebody to distribute that product to whoever your customer base is. So if I live on one side of the country, my business on the other, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but if you transport all your stuff that far, of course, you're going to have to deal with distributors along the way. And no matter where you work, there's always a distribution cost. And what that distribution cost is, it digs in to either, you know, my profit as a vendor of this product, or manufacturer, I should say, and it basically just makes it so the pressure is put on the manufacturer to manufacture a lower quality product. So actually, you can increase the quality of your products by cutting out the distributor. So if you don't have to pay regional, you don't have to pay the city distributor, you don't have to pay all these people to distribute your product for you, then that is direct marketing, and that's exactly what the system I just got done showing you in the previous screen is all about. And all of these companies, as I said before, utilize. And I don't think any of these companies would want to get involved with anything that was scammy or in any way, would in any way taint their name in the public arena, because they watch their image. They have an image to uphold, and they wouldn't get involved if something was a onesie-twosie type thing. So with that being said, we'll get rid of that. And there's also getting products to market. You have to advertise. This is the old-fashioned way. Let's advertise in the TV. Let's use the newspapers. Let's use the magazines, the banner ads, the billboards, mailings. All that stuff takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of effort. And if you've ever had to do it before or run a business, it's just an incredible, unbelievable headache. It's exciting at the beginning, but once you start to find out how much work it involves, then the excitement tends to subside. And also, hiring and training a call center to field the calls coming in if you're doing a campaign, hiring and trained reps to connect with all the customers, salary plus benefits and bonuses, all that stuff. You got to have all that stuff lined up and ready. It's a whole lot of work. So, let's say I'm a workaholic and I want to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. In other words, I have to work all year long. And I'm not allowed to sleep, and I'm really not allowed to eat because I'm supposed to be working all the time. So this is every boss's dream. So 8,760 hours is the maximum you can work in 1 year, okay? And let's say you're making killer money, $300 an hour. I mean, yeah, you got everything. You got it all. But you don't have any time because you're working constantly. Let's say I have 20,000 people in my organization, okay? So that means I get paid off at 20,000 hours of work every day. So the workaholic works 24/7, 365, doing everything the quick way. He wants to do it himself. If you want something done, do it yourself kind of attitude. I got to do it. I don't want to give it to somebody else. Can't depend on anybody. Just leave me alone. I'm going to do this. Okay, 8,760 hours. And I work 1 hour, okay? Just 1 hour. We're not talking 1 hour a day or a week or a month. We're talking 1 hour. That's it. And I get paid off of 20,000 people putting in their 1 hour. So it's safe to say that in 1 hour of my workday, that I get paid on 20,000 hours of work, because that's how many people I have in my organization that are putting in at least an hour a day. I mean, if you're not putting in an hour a day, you might want to check your pulse. And the workaholic gets paid only when he works, right? And he's currently working 24/7, 365, 20,000 hours divided by the workaholics around the clock. It would take him 2.2831 years to accomplish what I accomplished in 1 hour. So I got paid on 20,000 hours in 1 hour. So the workaholic do-it-myself guy will have to be working around the clock, putting in 8,760 hours a year for over 2 years just to catch up with me. I worked 1 hour. He's a little behind. So it took him 2 years to accomplish what I did in 1 single hour. And to a lot of people, they're going to look at this and they're just going to go, I don't understand this. This is crazy. But it is absolutely 100% true.